Hello, I'm Nick Marine with Marine Plumbing. Today we're going to talk about removing that old lavatory faucet, installing a new one. Right now we're going to remove the P-trap and the pop-up assembly. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put a plastic bowl underneath the pop-up drain to catch the water. We're going to remove two nuts, 1.5 inch plastic nuts that hold the P-trap in place. The next thing we're going to do is remove the pop-up. You can do this simply by taking a pair of channel locks and twisting it off. First thing we're going to do is turn off the hot and cold water. Turn the valve to the right until it stops, fully closes. After both shutoff valves have been fully closed, we're going to remove the hot and cold supply hoses by using a small mini channel locks and turn them in a counterclockwise position and removing them. You're then going to open up the hot and cold valves on top of the sink that go to the faucet to drain any remaining water that is in the supply hose. One thing you want to do is make sure you have a bowl ready to drain any remaining water that is in the supply hose. We're going to use a basin wrench to remove the two mounting nuts that hold the faucet in place. When you're using a basin wrench, one of the tricks is to get kind of on your back with your head totally inside so you can see what you're working on. When you use the basin wrench and you're turning counterclockwise to remove the hot and cold water supplies, you're going to do the same thing on the mounting brackets to the faucet as well. Once we remove the mounting nuts on the faucet, then we can go ahead and lift it up and take out the faucet. First thing we're going to do is we're going to lower the faucet into the holes very gently because you don't want to chip the marble. You also don't want to scratch the faucet. Then you're going to take your two mounting nuts and turn them on the clockwise position until they're fully tightened. As you're tightening them, make sure you pop your head back out from underneath the sink and look at the faucet, make sure it's square, and then give it one last tightening with the basin wrench. After you tighten it in place with a basin wrench, you're now going to connect your hot and cold water supplies using a basin wrench. You connect the hose hand tight with your fingers, and then you take the basin wrench and you turn them in a clockwise position until they're fully tight. Once they're tightened, then you want to work your way down the supply hose and get a pair of mini channel locks and tighten those nuts to the actual shutoff valves at the wall for both the hot and cold side. Moving on, we want to install the pop-up drain. The pop-up drain, you want to slide the pop-up drain into the hole. From beneath, there'll be a rubber, looks like a cork. You're going to push that up into the sink, and before it touches the sink, you take some white Teflon pipe dope and you put it around to give it a good seal because your sink top may be porous and that'll fill up any voids or gaps. Then you take your channel locks and tighten the nut, which pushes that rubber deeper into the sink and tightens it until you can't turn anymore. You don't want to overturn or crank the nuts because you could crack them. Now you can see the speed connect's ready to connect. Just hand type connections. First thing we're going to do is turn on the left water supply. Then we're going to get the right shutoff valve and turn it fully to the left and pressurize that supply as well. And then we're going to go ahead and go to the top of the faucet and open up the hot and the cold and purge out any debris or any kind of dirt that's in the system. Run it a little bit. We're going to fill up the sink about a quarter of the way, lifting up the pop-up drain, holding some water in the drain, and then evacuating the water, testing the drain, the pop-up, and the faucet all at once. Then we're going to pop our head back under the sink and check for leaks. If there is any leaks, at that time we can take our wrench and do our last minute tightening up and address those problems as they occur. There you have it. We've just replaced your old lavatory faucet with a new one. Your new one should last a lifetime. I hope these tips have helped you with your project. Good luck.